Hi everyone, it's Tawney. Today we are going to be testing out some new Revlon products that I have bought. I got the Revlon Colorstay Long Wear Makeup foundation. It's just like their old foundation, but it says Long Wear Makeup on it in orange. Or no, wait, in the white. The orange says Combination Oily. This is a new foundation, like a new... I feel like it's a new formula. Like, it's kind of a different take on the old Revlon foundation. I don't have my old foundation to like compare the two, and I almost wish I would have kept it, but we have a little bit of a predicament going into this. So when I used to use the Revlon foundation, I would break out. I never got like pimples, but I would end up getting those like white dots all over my face. Like, it was obvious that this foundation did something to me. So whenever I saw they came out with a new one, I was like, maybe we can try it out because everybody loves this foundation. Like, it's not one you'd expect people to like, but everybody seems to like it. And I was like, I want to like it. I want to at least try it out to see, like, I like the finish that it gives people, so I want to be able to have that for myself, but I also don't want to break out, but I was like willing to try it again. So, and I also have the Revlon Colorstay Suede Ink. I don't think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I have the shade No Rules. I wanted a different shade, but then I couldn't find it. Like, I couldn't find it. I could only find, like, the first one that I found. And I'm really weird about lip products if I buy them, like, in person. I like to make sure that they are sealed, like this is not broken. I'm really weird about that, or I'll even like open it and then make sure that it hasn't been touched. There's no like product on the tube that shouldn't be. Like, it should be where the like product sits and nowhere else. So we're gonna test these out today. I was gonna get more. That's kind of the whole, I was gonna get more, but drugstore products are so insanely expensive. And I went to CVS, and I know CVS can be a little bit pricey compared to like Walmart, but I feel CVS gives coupons and Walmart doesn't, so it evens it out. And I had some really good coupons, so I saved a lot of money off these products, and I got rewards money back. I got like $6 for a future purchase. That's just free money to spend at CVS. You don't get that at Walmart. So I decided to test these two products out. I saw that they had a new gloss, like a lip gloss type thing, and I was really intrigued. But let me tell you, prices of things have prevented me from getting too much to review. So this foundation, I'm going to be putting pictures up here. I'll post a picture of what the old tube used to look like and what the new tube looks like in comparison. And then I'll also show you a picture of the shade range at my CVS. So when I went, they had the dry and normal on top, and then the next row down was combination. Nothing wrong with that, right? So I went to go look at the foundations, and I was like, the dry and normal had like different shades than the combination oily did. And I was really confused about this. Like, it went like ivory to buff in combination oily, but then it went ivory porcelain buff in dry and normal. And I was like, why is the shade range different? Like, I think it might be the CVS. I'm going to have to go online and see if there's any difference on the online website. Maybe I'll post a picture. Maybe I'll forget and I won't do that. I don't know. We'll see. But I was just kind of like weirded out by that. So whenever I went to get my bottle, I was like, wait, why is it blue? That's dry and normal. And then all of the foundations were in the wrong spot. So this one, because I was like, I'm just going to have to get ivory and hope it works, because I'm like, usually I'm kind of an ivory, but then I'm like, ivory looks a little porcelain, so I'm like, I don't know if I am ivory or not. Like, ivory is what porcelain to me looks like very stark white. And I was like, I'm not a stark white, I'm like a step up from that. I'm not like the lowest shade, unless the lowest shade is like my skin color. And I was just like, oh, this is gonna be kind of difficult trying to find my perfect shade. And then as I was looking, I was like, well, the bigger shade range is in the dry and normal, but it's the combination. Like they were stocked wrong. And I don't know if it was like people who looked at them moved them around, or if it was just the staff didn't do it right. I don't know. No, I found one. I got it in the shade Buff. It is 150. So we're going to test it out today. It says it has a sunscreen SPF of 15. And it says it has vitamin E antioxidant defense. We're going to try it out. I'm already moisturized and sunscreen, and I'm going to be using a lot of my favorite products to try and really test this out and like really make sure I know that it's working for me, because I don't want to like put on stuff that I'm confused about and then be like, oh yeah, that really messed it up. Like foundation sucks. And it's like, no, it could just be the combination of what you put on just wasn't a good match. So I'm going to use some like all my tried and true favorite products, and we'll see if that can really help the makeup look great today. I'm not like in a super desire to like look fantastic. It's a Friday and I don't have any visits with families today, so I can look like a hobo if I want to, which I love that about Fridays. I always dress down. I sometimes wear sweatshirts if the weather is like feeling it. So that is kind of my plan for today. I'm going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'm hoping to get the new primer that has a niacinamide, because I'm really excited about the thought that it can remove like dark spots from acne. I watched a video where, what's her face? Michaela, where she did a review of all the new e.l.f. stuff, and I'm super excited to get my hands on like almost all of it. So I will hopefully be able to give you a review of that whenever I get to it, because that's whenever my stores get them in stock. And sometimes my Walmart's really good about that. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes my Ulta's really good about that. Sometimes it's not. And CVS does not usually get in new products. So now we're going to go into the foundation. I'm going to shake it up a little bit just to make sure it like hasn't been chilling. I know this foundation's been out for a while and I've been meaning to try it, but I've just been too afraid. But then I saw a video where people had reviewed it and I was like, oh, maybe I can give it a shot. Maybe I can try it out. So I'm going to do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I do have some acne. I got some weird stuff going on in between my eyebrows. I don't know if it's from plucking or what. And then I have this like funky little dude right here that like I've been picking at for the last couple of days. It's more prominent on here than it is in person. Like I can barely see it from like this far away from my mirror. And then I have a couple around here, but those don't really bother me. It's just this and this. It's been like, those have been my like neurotic pick-ats, if that, you know. So I've recently cleaned all of my makeup brushes, so they're all nice and clean. Look at me go in January. If you haven't cleaned your makeup brushes yet, you might want to do that. Do it as a nice early like 2023 reset, because then that way you're not starting off the year with any kind of like bacteria. You're not going to give yourself any kind of an infection or like mess up your skin by having like gross makeup on top of your makeup brushes. It's always helpful to do it like, I would say once every 4 months, like do it once every quarter, once every 3 months, I should say, every quarter, wash your makeup brushes. I feel like that's a good enough time to like give yourself time to like not want to do it, but then do it. You know what I mean? I really like the way it's applying. It's thin, but it still covers everything. Like I wish there were a little bit more full coverage, but that's just my personal take. Like I know that like this is preferably what most people would want, and I'm not mad at it. I like it when it's like sludge being wiped on your face and you don't have a face anymore. You have your makeup. I like that, but I know not everybody does. I am really liking the way that this is applying. It's very nice and thin. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm sorry. But I feel like it needs to be mentioned that like it's very lightweight. It's kind of cool to the touch. I don't know if that's my makeup brushes or what. My apartment hasn't been too cold, so I don't know. But I'm really liking this. I'm probably making myself late by putting on my makeup because I was already running a little like behind. Like if I'm going to film, I need to be up a little earlier than I was. But I'm not a morning person, so this is as good as it's going to get for me. My nose has been a problem area for the last couple weeks. And I think it's because I just haven't really been putting on much makeup. I've been doing my skincare, but I feel like my nose is still kind of like struggling to keep up. It's very dry. So I put like the thinnest layer, like I think whatever was left from around this area, I moved up here. So I'm not like coating it too much. And I feel like it's keeping my nose from being too dry. Like I notice a little bit of flaking over here, but that's like my problem area on my nose. So I'm honestly liking the way it's applying to my nose and the fact that it's not like clumping up and it's not drying it out or anything like that. Like my nose is one of those areas, it's a problem area where it'll start off dry when you're applying makeup, and then as the day goes on, it's like an oil slick. It's just like, it's dripping with oil. And I hate that, But that's how I am, you know? Can't change that. Going back in with a little bit more on this right side just to kind of like give it a little bit more coverage. I really like the way that is applied. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing makeup, and I kind of like that. I really like how thin it is. I can't even feel that I'm wearing the makeup. So I feel like if you want to just wear foundation and put like a little bit of like mascara, some lip stuff, maybe a little bit of bronzer to kind of just like liven up your face a little bit, I feel like this is like the perfect foundation to use. And like, I don't know. I feel like this is the coverage I want the L'Oreal dropper, the newer dropper foundation. I forget what it's called. Everybody like, this is the coverage everybody else gets with that. The one I get is like super extreme full coverage, and I'm fine with it, but at the same time, I'm expecting this. And like, I kind of like this. Like, I feel like this is kind of beating out that one. So I don't know, might have some competition. So I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to like speed it up as we go through. If you want to know the products I'm using, I can try to put them in the description box. I can't guarantee. I might just hold up the product. I don't know. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. I can answer them there. Okay, we are back. We just finished putting on our makeup. I noticed that my nose got a little drier after I had put on like my concealer. So then I went in with like a light layer of some powder on top, and I feel like it kind of redeemed my nose. I don't know how putting concealer and then powder on a dry nose was going to help it, but I feel like my nose has kind of like come back from it because I was a little concerned, but then it got better and I was like, okay, maybe just trust the process. So I never talked about the shade being a good fit, but I feel like the shade is like almost perfect. And I was kind of worried that like it wouldn't match. I just grabbed the shade, didn't even apply it. Like usually I hold up my phone and I go kind of like this and I'm like, okay, would this work? And I was going to go with, I think it was sand beige or something like that. It was a shade darker. But I remember that I used to get shades that weren't my match. And I'm really good at shade matching now. So I was like, I don't want to go back to that and like think I can work a shade that I can't. And I feel like this worked fine. It's a good winter shade. Now in summer, I might need to go up a shade. But usually I'm not like, I can stay in my shade. So, yeah, this is what the makeup looks like. I'm really liking the way this foundation looks. If I don't break out, this might be my new favorite foundation. Like, it's never going to beat the Maybelline Superstay. It's never going to beat this, but it could be like a close second place. Yeah, I'm really liking the way it looks. I will do a wear test for you guys today so you can see how it looks all day long and how it wears, see how it looks at the end of the day. A lot of times my makeup, because I'm so oily and like I kind of touch my face sometimes because like I don't wear makeup much, so then I end up touching my face when I do because I forget. I'm really going to try and work on that today. But it's going to be cold today, so I think that might kind of have an effect on the makeup. We don't know. But makeup needs to be able to hold up to any kind of weather. But at least I won't sweat it off today. I don't usually sweat on my face unless I'm hot, and I'm not going to be hot today. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a wear test to show you how it looks. Usually my makeup kind of gets a little, like if you see those videos where it's like school air, that's how my makeup looks at the end of the day. I work at an alternative school. In a sense, we have girls that come, we watch their babies while they go to school, but it's like an alternative version of school. So maybe that's the reason that my makeup always looks poopy. So we'll see if it looks poopy today. But we're going to try out this new lipstick. I saw the display kind of sitting in an odd place and I was like, oh, this looks kind of good. And I don't really care for Megan Thee Stallion, but her lipstick looked really good in the thing. And I was like, oh, Revlon, you're speaking to me. It was like a Revlon day and I never have a Revlon day ever. So we're going, if I can open this, it opens weird, but we're going to test this out. Again, I got the shade No Rules. They had a really nice shade range, lots of really nice, like, nude browns and then some reds. So I'm really excited. Like if I like this, I might go try some more out. They say it's long lasting. It can last up to I think 16 hours or so, and it has a nice like pillowy finish. So I'm really excited to see how that works. I will be drinking water today, so we will probably lose the lipstick, but I'm not expecting a lipstick to last on my lips too long because it's lipstick. If you want it to last longer, get a liquid lipstick because that's just how it works. Okay, this shade is like not what I was expecting, but I'm not mad. I actually like it. It's like, I was expecting something to be a little bit more like orangish brown, and this is kind of leaning a little bit more like reddish brown. I don't hate it. This is what I was expecting. This is what I got, but I'm not mad at what I got. It's a little tough putting it on, and I kind of don't like the shape of of the lipstick because I just feel like it's hard to get like the lines of my lip. And it is a little tough to put on my lips, like it's kind of rough. It goes down kind of dry. Like it's not budging. Maybe it will last all day. Oh my gosh, if it does, bro, it's a game changer. I've always been wanting a long wear lipstick, and I've always been wanting to try, I think it's Dior or somebody came out with one that like doesn't come off, doesn't move or anything, and I really wanted to try it, but it was kind of pricey, so I'm like kind of debating. But if Revlon can do it, oh my gosh, game changer right there. Revlon, you're like stepping it up. So yeah, this is what the makeup looks like now. I will check back in with you a little later and we'll see how it looks then. Hey everyone, my phone's about to die, but it is 12 o'clock noon. I put my makeup on about 7 to 7:30, so this is what it currently looks like. Lipstick is hanging on pretty well. It's kind of like changed colors. It looks a little bit more berry than like I remember it looking when I applied it at home. But again, outdoor lighting is like a lot different than what you see like from a ring light, from indoor lights, etc. Makeup is wearing really well. My eyeshadow could be a little bit better, but that's okay. Honestly, we're not here for that. My chin is breaking apart a good bit here, but my nose looks great. The oil for my face is really like pulling that out. My face looks really good. Forehead's good. I feel very confident that this is going to be a very good makeup wear test. So I'll check back in another 4 hours. We'll see how it goes after an 8-hour day. It is currently 4 o'clock and we are completing our wear test for today. I'm not going to take the makeup off, but this is when I'm going to stop filming for the video, so you're not going to see any like future updates. I might put something in the description box or the comment section, or like at the bottom of the video here, like where my hands are, so you can see like if I had any further thoughts after this. But you can see that my face has gotten oily, like my cheeks and my nose, but it's not like a gross oily. My nose, I might touch up a little bit. My nose, my forehead, and my chin, I feel like are very greasy. I guess I forgot those T-zone areas whenever I was like going across, and I just forgot they existed, even though my nose is like very obviously the problem, or my chin. I don't even know body parts anymore. What even is this? My forehead is very oily. I'll probably touch that up. It's not breaking apart though. Now my chin is, but I'm kind of wondering, like a lot of times I'll rest my chin like this on my water bottle at work. So I'm kind of wondering if like that's related. And then I also had lunch, so it could be like that. But again, it was like that during my check-in before lunch. So I'm not totally sure. I think it's doing really well. The lipstick wore down really pretty. It's like a different shade than what it had been in the tube. But honestly, I like really like this new pink shade. Like it's different, but I like it. It kind of got a little bit more berry tone than I was expecting. And I kind of was like, I don't hate it, but when I don't pick a berry shade, don't give me a berry shade. Like, you know what I mean? I really like the way this foundation is setting. I don't feel like I'm getting any breakouts or anything. So I feel like this might be a good wear test. We might be able to like keep using this foundation. I'm very excited to keep trying it out and keep using it, because it might become like a new, more often used kind of a foundation. Like it's full coverage like I like, but it's lightweight. So it doesn't like feel too heavy on the skin and like, oh, I'm wearing makeup. It's not like, oh, I forgot I'm wearing makeup. My underneath, around my nose kind of wore off really quickly, but my nose wouldn't stop running this morning. Every time I wear makeup, my eyes will water and my nose will run. And it just like, and I'm not allergic to makeup. Like I'm not really allergic to anything. So like it couldn't be that, but it kind of wore away here. Most makeup does. So if it didn't, I'd be like totally shocked. But I noticed like where my mustache area is, and I don't like shave my mustache, so I don't really feel like it's like, I don't know, it just this area, nobody has good luck with that area with makeup. Unless you're like a goddess or something, it just doesn't happen. But it's very dry and like cakey looking here. What the heck is that? Okay. I like kind of want to show you. Like I don't hate it, but it is noticeable. Like it's more dry in that area, which is what makes me think I have like combination skin, because I'm oily my T-zone and then right here I'm dry. Everywhere else I'm fine, but right here I'm dry. And it's like, but other than that, it's really not that bad. That's not even noticeable. Like if you put on some lipstick, who's gonna notice like the mustache area, unless you got a bunch of hair going on there. But I actually think this was a really nice foundation. I would definitely say to go check it out. But I forgot to mention this morning, and I kind of wanted to like, I touched on it a little bit. Prices at the drugstore are extremely high. And I wanted to touch on the fact this foundation, I believe, was like $13.99 or $13.49. It's somewhere between $11 and $13 if I'm not mistaken. I saw a lot of prices, so I'm not totally sure what the price is, but I know it's like really expensive, because I got this. And then the lipstick, I think, was like a full-blown $10 or $11, which if a lipstick's more than like $8, it's being like, even though it's a good one, I still feel like it's like way too expensive for what it is, kind of a thing. So keep that in mind. That is why I didn't get that other lip gloss to do like an extra bit for this video, because that alone was $13. I remember that being $13 and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. We go to the drugstore to pay drugstore prices, not to pay high-end prices for drugstore type products. Like, even though these products are like really good, they're still from the drugstore, and like I want to pay the drugstore price for it. So yeah, I'm gonna get off my high horse. I hope you guys like this video. I really like reviewing these things, trying some new stuff, seeing if these things can actually work for my skin. I have a couple other things in mind that I'd like to try. So if you have anything that you'd like me to try, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my next video. Stay tuned for that one, guys, and I will see you then. Bye.